Class 10, Chapter 2, Polynomials Module 2. Objectives. In this module, you will learn about relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Now listen carefully, students. Last class we have studied how to find out the zeros from the graph. So listen carefully, the graph is not important for you. You need to find out just the number of zeros from the graph. That is a simple one. But sometimes 1 mark or 2 mark carries for that type of questions. Now listen carefully. This one is very important type of questions. 3 mark questions or more than 3 mark. Okay. Listen carefully the question. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. Once more, the question, find the zeros of the quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So last year we have studied different method how to find out the zeros of the polynomial. Yes, which are they? The splitting middle term method, factorization method, different methods are there. Okay, so listen carefully here. The first question, simple one is there. X square plus 7x plus 10. So first we need to find out the zeros of the polynomial. So last year we have studied the method. What is the name of the method? Yes, splitting middle term method. That method we can use here. But this question, very simple one. We can use the identity also. Okay. So listen carefully. 0 of the polynomials is the value of x, where p of x is equal to 0. So we know that what is 0 of the polynomial is? That is what? The value of x. Now putting first p of x is equal to 0. Equate that polynomial with the 0. We find the roots using splitting middle term method. So listen carefully, in the splitting middle term method, sum of two numbers is what? The middle number, the coefficient of x, what is 7. The product of two numbers is what? The first number, coefficient of x square is 1. 1 into the constant term 10. 1 into 10 is equal to what? 10. We need to find out two numbers whose sum is 7 and product of that same numbers is what? 10. Yes, some numbers are given here, sum of product. If we consider the number 1 and 6, sum is 7, but the product is what? 6. So we need to avoid that. Next, consider the numbers 2 and 5. Sum is what? 7. Product is what? 10. Okay, so we can select that one. Okay. Now we need to arrange the given polynomial into x square plus, instead of 7x we split it as 2x plus 5x plus the last term 10. Now we can group the first two numbers and the last two. So first two terms and the last two terms. From the first two terms, when we consider x as a common factor, remaining what? X plus 2. From the last two term, common factor 5. So remaining what? X plus 2 equated with the 0. So the polynomial x plus 2 into x plus 5 is the factor of the polynomial equated with a 0. Then x is equal to what? Minus 2, first value. Then second value of x is equal to minus 5. So therefore minus 2 and minus 5 are the zeros of this polynomial. Now after that we need to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. So sum of 0 is equal to minus 2 plus minus 5 is equal to, minus sign is there near to equal, okay, minus 7, which is equal to minus of 7 by 1. Now we need to make the relationship between the coefficient. That is equal to minus of 7 is what? Coefficient of x by what is 1? Coefficient of x square. So sum of 0 is equal to what? Minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. After that, what? Product of 0 is what? Minus 2 into minus 5 is equal to 10. It can be written as 10 by 1. That is what? Constant term by coefficient of x square. Now the second question, listen carefully. 2x square minus 8x plus 6. Let the polynomial f of x is equal to 2x square minus 8x plus 6. When we consider the splitting middle term, f of x is equal to 2x square. Now middle minus 8 can be split it as minus 2 plus minus 6. Okay, now listen carefully. The sum of two numbers minus 8, the product of that same is equal to 2 into 6 is equal to what? 12. Okay, now here the numbers which are there, minus 2 and minus 6. After that we can rearrange it as 2x square minus 2x minus 6x plus 6. Then from the first two terms, consider 2x as the common factor, remaining what? X minus 1. Second minus 6 into x minus 1. After that, x minus 1 is a common factor, the remaining 2x minus 6. Now, on putting that f of x is equal to 0, equate that factors with a 0. That is 2x minus 6 into x minus 1 equal to 0. Then 2x minus 6 equal to 0. 2x is equal to 6. X is equal to 6 by 2 equal to 3. First 0. Second x minus 1 equal to 0. So x is equal to what? Plus 1. Thus the 0 of the polynomial 2x square minus 8x plus 6 are 1 and 3. Now we need to verify this relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. So there we consider first sum of 0. That is alpha plus beta is equal to what? 3 plus 4. The zeros we need to add it. Then sum is what? 4. But listen carefully, we can't make the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient there. Here sum is what? 4 only. But when we write 4 as minus of minus 8, listen carefully here. What is here? The middle term is what? Minus 8. So when we consider minus of minus 8 become what? Plus 8. Plus 8 by 2 is equal to what? 4. So sum of zeros is equal to minus of coefficient of x. Listen carefully in the question, 2x square minus 8x plus 6. Minus 8 is what? The coefficient of x. So minus of minus 8 by 2 which is equal to 4. Why we take minus here in the question? Minus sign is there. So the sum of 0 is what? 4. So we need to make what? Minus of, in that relation, minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square is there. That is the general rule. So minus of minus 8 by 2 become plus 4. Then product of 0 alpha into beta what? 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So what? 3 can be written as what? 6 by 2. So that is constant term by coefficient of x square. Clear? Now we verify the relationship. Next, the third question is 3x square plus 5x minus 2. When we apply the split middle term method, f of x is equal to 3x square plus 5x can be written as what? 6 minus 1 into x minus 2. Since 5 is equal to what? 6 minus 1. Next 2 into 3 is equal to that last term 6, or you can write it 2 into minus 2 into 3 is minus 6 also. Okay, here what? Minus sign is there last term. Now listen carefully, 3x square plus 6 minus 1 is what? 5x. So when we multiply 6 minus 1 into x, what we get? 3x square plus 6x minus 1x minus 2. When we consider the common factor, 3x into x plus 2 minus 1 into x plus 2. So what is that? X plus 2 is a common factor, remaining 3x minus 1. On putting f of x is equal to 0, we get what? 3x minus 1 into x plus 2 equal to 0. So first value of x is equal to 1 by 3, or the second value what? X is equal to minus 2. Thus the zeros are minus 2 and 1 by 3. Now we need to verify the relationship. Okay, so first one, sum of zeros is equal to what? Alpha plus beta. That is 1 by 3 plus minus 2 cross multiply. 1 minus 6 by 3 is equal to minus 5 by 3, which is equal to minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, that is minus 5 by 3. Now product of 0 alpha beta is what? 1 by 3 into minus 2 become what? Minus 2 by 3, or constant term by minus 2 by 3. So we verify the relationship. Now generally we can write, if alpha and beta are zeros of the quadratic polynomial, consider the two zeros as alpha and beta. The quadratic polynomial, which one? Standard form is ax square plus bx plus c. Then alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus b by a. You need to by heart this. Then product of 0 alpha into beta is equal to what? C by a. So minus of b by a means what? Minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. A is what? Coefficient of x square. Alpha into beta c by a means what? C is the constant term by a is the coefficient of x square. Okay, now some other type of questions. X square minus 3. This one is simple one. So let b of x is equal to x square minus 3. 0 of the polynomial is the value of x, where p of x is equal to 0. So putting p of x is equal to 0, x square minus 3 equated with 0. Now x square minus of 3 can be written as what? Root 3 the whole square equal to 0. Now we can apply the identity a square minus b square form. So a square minus b square is what? A plus b into a minus b. So x square minus root 3 square can be written as x plus root 3 into x minus root 3 equated with 0. So the first 0 is what? X is equal to root 3. Second 0 what? X is equal to minus root 3. Therefore the zeros are plus root 3 and minus root 3. Now we need to verify it. So first what? The sum in this relation x square minus 3 can be written as here only two terms. Okay, so we can write it in the standard form, x square plus 0x minus 3, or 1x square plus 0x minus 3. It is of the form what? Ax square plus bx plus c, the standard form. The value of a is equal to what? 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 3. Now sum of 0 is equal to minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. That is what? Alpha plus beta is minus b by. We can make it what? Alpha plus beta is plus root 3 minus root 3 is equal to 0. So what? Minus of b by a minus of 0 by 1 is what? 0 itself. Now product of 0 what? Constant term by coefficient of x. That is alpha into beta is equal to c by a. That is alpha into beta is what? Plus root 3 into minus root 3 become minus root 3 the whole square. Then that is what? Minus 3, which is equal to what? C by E. Okay, so we verify the relationship. Now another type of question that is important also. 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. Why this question is important? Listen carefully. This one is not in the standard form. So first, to do this problem, you need to change this into standard form. Okay, after that the same method is, that is 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Now equate that with 0. After that, using splitting middle term, sum of two numbers is minus 7. Product of that same is equal to what? Minus 3 into 6 is equal to minus 18. Now here minus 18 into 1 is sum minus 17 and product is equal to minus 18. Can't take that one. Sum is equal to minus 17 is there. Consider the next one group. Minus 9 and 2. Minus 7 is the sum. Product is minus 18. So we select that one. Now listen carefully. 6x square minus 7x can be written as minus 9x plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Now first two terms, 3x is the common factor, remaining 2x minus 3. Then second two terms, plus 1 is the common factor, remaining 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Now 2x minus 3 into next factor 3x plus 1. Equate that to factor with 0. Then we get what? First one value x is equal to minus 1 by 3, second 3 by 2. Now verification. Okay, so verification, alpha plus beta, listen carefully, let's just, alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2 minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2 is what? Cross multiplied, then what we get is 7 by 6. So 7 by 6 is the sum, but the middle term, what sign? Minus. So minus of 7 by 6 become what? Minus b by a. Okay, now listen, next one, RHS, minus of 7 by 6. So listen, the next step 7 by 6 is not that, don't write that one. Okay, up to minus 7 by 6 only. No need of writing that second one RHS part. Okay, the next one, alpha into beta is equal to what? So sorry, 7 by 6 is there. So we can write what here? Minus 7 by 6. Since it is a positive one, we need to write minus of minus 7 by 6. Clear? Now next one, the alpha into beta, which is equal to what? C by A. So alpha into beta is equal to minus 1 by 3 into 3 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2. So which is equal to what? Minus, we can take that, multiply with the 3. Both numerator and denominator. So minus 3 by 6, which is equal to what? Minus 1 by 2, same value. That is equal to what? C by A. So listen carefully. In the case of a sum of zeros, 7 by 6 is there. But we have the relation what? Minus b by a. Since it is a positive one, you can write what? Minus of minus 7 by 6. Okay, so minus of b by a become. Clear? Now listen carefully. The last one, 4u square plus 8u. First equate with a 0. Now 4u square plus 8u equate with a 0. From that two terms, common factor 4u. Remaining what? U plus 2 equal to 0. So u into 4u into u plus 2 equal to 0. So u into u plus 2 is equal to 0 by 4 is equal to 0. Now u into u plus 2 equal to 0. First value of u is what? U is equal to 0. Second value u plus 2 equal to 0. So u is equal to minus 2. Therefore alpha is equal to 0. Beta is equal to what? Minus 2. Now sum of 0 is equal to what? Alpha plus beta is equal to 0 into minus 2 is equal to minus 2, which is equal to minus b by a. So is equal to what? Here minus 8 by 4 we can write. So minus 8 by 4 is what? Minus 2. So we can write 2 minus 2 as minus 8 by 4. Now the next, alpha into beta is equal to what? 0 into minus 2, 0, which is equal to 0 by 4 is equal to 0, constant term. Okay, so LHS is equal to RHS. Clear, students? Okay, thank you.